What is up? This is SM27, and I'm gonna compare the PS Vita with the Nintendo Switch. So first off, I'm gonna compare how long it takes for each one to turn on from sleep mode. So as you can see, the Nintendo Switch was slightly faster. I got unlocked the both of them. I'm gonna start off with the settings and everything that you see in the home menu. What you can see here is that right here you have the camera in the back and the front. Whereas there's no camera on the Nintendo Switch, which you see on the PS Vita. And there's also no browser on the Nintendo Switch where you see on the PS Vita. And also there's no option to go to trophies. There's an option to see your trophies on the PS Vita where there isn't on the Nintendo Switch. So now I'm gonna go to settings. Oh no. I just gotta test the speed. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh no. 3, 2, 1. You'll see that the Nintendo Switch is faster in opening settings. So now looking at the settings, at the top you'll see airplane mode. And at the top you'll also see airplane mode there, but it's named as flight mode, but it still means the same thing. And there's the option to manage your data. Okay, so going to the internet now. So if you go to internet settings, okay, so if you tap here, and you'll just say change settings. So what you'll see here is that right here you'll say connect to this network, change settings, or clear settings. Whereas the words are different on the PS Vita. Here you'll see connect, internet connection test, delete, and advanced settings. So there's 4 options instead. There's 4 options of the PS Vita, while the Nintendo Switch there's 3. So you'll say change settings, and it says advanced settings. On network name, you can basically change the name of the network. I have mine set to SM27. On the PS Vita you could do that too. So I'm going to change that to SM27. 127. And you can see it now. And then I'll tap OK. And you'll see that it is currently connecting at the moment. And you'll see settings have been saved. And then you could connect to this network. Successfully connected. Okay. And the way it shows you the signal strength on the Nintendo Switch is through the 3 bars, whereas on the PS Vita, it shows you a percentage of the signal strength. You can see 82% and then 84%. And you'll see the percentage as it randomly goes up and then goes down. And now going down to format. All you have to do on the PS Vita is just scroll down to format instead of just tapping on system. Or if you just tap on system, it won't show a format. So you just tap format. Whereas you tap System over here, Formatting Options. Originally this used to be called Initialize. Okay, so if you tap Initialize Console, then restore the system. Okay, I just get all of that. So, if you format, what you will see here is that this system is activated with a Sony Entertainment Network account. But if you do this, on the Switch, we'll attempt to unlink. Okay, but I'm gonna tap cancel on that. I'm also gonna close the app there, so I don't have to restore it. Another option in Format is that you can restore settings. On the Nintendo Switch you don't have that. You have to go to safe mode in order to restore settings without deleting any data. The network, the devices, Sony display, etc, etc. And then you could tap restore and then follow the on-screen instructions. And then over there, you'll see the clear loading dictionary is reset keyboard. And there's no option to reset cache on the PS Vita where you see it on the Switch. Once deleted, it cannot be recovered. So I'm not going to delete that. And there's also the option to reset keyboard. The loading dictionary is the keyboard, so I'm going to tap that. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, try again. Okay. Again. Once deleted, the data cannot be recovered. Continue. So you can see the PS Vita was a bit faster there. Now, when it comes to the memory card, the Nintendo Switch takes a micro SD card. As you can see in the bottom slot, I think you could see it. But Sony makes their own SD card for the PS Vita. You have to have such big nails for that, but they're big enough. Okay, just use this longer one. That Sony has their own SD card. No, I will not. And on the format memory card, it'll do the same there. You have 2 chances to confirm. Tap no. Okay. Okay, let me just go to error history. Okay. So if you go to support/health and safety, you'll see error history, where you see it at the system at the PS Vita, so it's different. But it still shows you the error history, so tap there. The Wii U also did the same too. So you'll see all of these. It shows you all the error messages. View the error. The code you entered was not recognized. And one of the error messages here, cannot download using this system. Could not connect to the access point. That was on July 7, 2018. And that was in 3.68. So down here was a Nintendo eShop. at 10:34 p.m. on May 4th, 2018. And the error right here was unable to communicate with the server. So it shows all these, so they're basically the same. They both have errors. From May 4th, 2018 to July 5th, 2018. And you see an option to enable battery percentage on the Nintendo Switch. You'll see that's enabled. Whereas in the PS Vita, there's no option to enable or disable the percentage of the battery. You already see the percentage of the battery on the PS Vita. That's because I'm using Henkaku and Shellbat, which most people already saw. We scroll down to, which most people already saw when I opened settings, is that Henkaku was installed, as you can see there. And now talking about the sizes of the batteries. Oh wait, no. Before we get to that, if you press and hold the home button, the home button on the Nintendo Switch is on the right, whereas it's on the left of the PS Vita. If you press and hold on both of them, they'll both bring up this quick menu. So we're gonna see how long it takes. You'll see the Nintendo Switch was faster there. And you'll see all these options there. There's no option to disable Wi-Fi, where you see on the PS Vita. They're faded because I'm in settings. But this volume right there only turns on the volume of the music, nothing else in the system. So see, even if I turn it down to 0, you'll still hear some sound. Whereas the Nintendo Switch, if I turn it down here, you'll see that you hear nothing. Okay, they did it kind of at the same time. I just turned the volume down so you could hear me. So talking about the sizes of the batteries of the Nintendo Switch and the PS Vita, the Nintendo Switch has a larger battery than the PS Vita does. The Nintendo Switch's rechargeable 4,310 mAh battery offers up to 3 hours of playtime, but that depends on what game you're playing. On the PS Vita, there's a 2210 mAh battery, so it's shorter than. So the battery is smaller on the PS Vita than the Nintendo Switch. And it offers up to 5 hours. Wait, I'll just show you the manual. Okay, I'll just show you the manual and go into basics. Okay, basics. So going down to battery life, the approximate duration of continuous use. So basically, the Nintendo Switch offers up to 3 hours of playtime, depending on what game you're playing, and it recharges through USB-C, whereas the PS Vita recharges through its own cable, but then the PS Vita Slim charges through micro USB. The battery life depends on what game you're playing, like the PS Vita. Now for playing games, you'll see that it could last for up to 3 to 5 hours. For videos, it's up to 5 hours, and for music, it's 9 hours. So music lasts the longest. And talking about the charging times, the PS Vita takes about 2 hours and 40 minutes to fully charge. And on the Nintendo Switch, the console takes about 2 hours 57 minutes to fully charge from 0%. But the reason why this thing takes 2 hours 40 minutes to fully charge instead of 3 hours is because it basically died, because like when I killed this thing, it died at 9% instead of 1. So basically, when the PS Vita hits its critical level, the PS Vita will automatically go to sleep mode, but it's going to save its state, so it'll be back to where it left off. But it's going to need to charge for a while. And for the Nintendo Switch, like on the PS Vita, the Nintendo Switch also enters sleep mode too, when the battery dies. And its maximum output of each of them is 15 volts and 2.6 amps. Whereas with the PS Vita, it's 5 volts and 1.2 amps, so it's 6 watts. Well, there are some tips of how to extend the battery life of both of them. But if you really want both of them to last really long, you could just grab yourself one of these portable chargers. It's 7800 milliamp hours. Okay, so I'm gonna plug the both of them in. Okay, so you'll notice how it says the PS Vita is currently charging. And I'm gonna plug this other cable into the Switch. Notice how that's also charging, 46-51%. This thing can be used for the PS Vita and the Nintendo Switch. It's a 7800 milliamp, it's a 29 watt-hour battery, or power bank. That could basically, well, Sony sells their own portable charger, while the Nintendo Switch actually doesn't sell their own portable charger. The Nintendo doesn't sell their own portable charger. Well, they didn't in 2017. But then after that, that's when Anker decided to team up with Nintendo to sell the portable charger for the Switch. And that's where they eventually decide to copy Sony's moves with the PS Vita. And I also got to talk about the parental controls next. So we're going to parental control settings. There's an app right there on the PS Vita. Whereas you have to go in settings, scroll down to parental controls. So, the play duration is similar to one for the Switch. But if you use this console, it'll show the restriction level. You could also do that in games too. You could do custom settings. To restricted software. Games rated for these certain ages. Whereas there's a little slider at the PS Vita. Just go to change it to no restrictions. Communicating with others is also restricted. So for your child's account sub-account, there's a monthly spending limit that you can't set on the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo eShop purchases can be entirely restricted. For the PS Vita, it can be partially restricted by setting a monthly spending limit. Like the equivalent of giving people allowances. Like the equivalent of like how parents give people allowance. return without saving any changes. Okay. So, can't really think about any other, differences. So thank you so much for watching this, and keep liking, commenting, and subscribing.